Good day, I'm Brett Forsberg with Logan Agri-Service. We're here to look at some crops. So we're going to start today in our check. Has been reasonably free of really nice root systems under these plants. We've got a lot of lateral roots, and we've got some roots going straight down as well. So we'll take a look at those as we kind of work across here and compare those. But these are out of the check. So you can see we've got really good environment to start with here. Okay, so as we're digging some of these plants, I can feel and hear, even being pretty far out away from the plants as we start our digging, that we're breaking off and leaving a lot of these roots out here. Got a really nice growing environment for them, and then with the treatments that we did this year to really accentuate that and keep that process going as long as we possibly can, and the diameter of some of these roots coming down here is really nice. You can see here as we've dug up some of these plants to just kind of show you, here's a bunch of root nodules out here. Here's one that we broke off while we were digging. So he's from a plant that we already pulled up out of here. Just a lot of roots that we're leaving behind in the ground. So we've done a really spectacular job here of growing some really nice roots under these plants. It's going to be our InFurrow treated with our 2x2 treated and our Sidedress. From just pushing the shovel in and kind of feeling, I'm about 8 inches out from the plants and I can feel the roots under those plants. So we've got a really strong root system under here again. You can see right here, right here's some of our roots right here. There's quite a few of them clear out here. So you can kind of see that as you get into the soil a little bit there. There's a lot of roots out away from those plants. It's pretty hard to ever see them, especially when you dig in soils that have a lot of clay. Those roots tend to just break off and you don't ever see them. Okay. So here again, we're just trying to show how big some of these roots are getting out away from those plants. How big they are getting away from those plants. And those are almost big enough for a corn plant type looking root there on these beans. So we've done a really good job here building some nice root systems under these plants. So our plant's healthy enough that we're still supporting our nodules and nodule growth. This time of year, usually you find a lot of the ones that are dead, that they've either died from being too dry or too wet, but also that the plant doesn't have enough resources to send down to support the nodules. And that kind of ebbs and flows with the year on how much moisture there is out there and how healthy the plant is. But the healthier the plant, the more resources it has to support those nodules. And the more resources it has for those nodules, the more nitrogen they can put back into the plant. And we've still got a healthy root system, so that's really encouraging on what our potential for yield out here is. Okay, so our next set of plants, we're going to have a comparison with adding the Sidedress. So we'll have this set of plants compared with and without Sidedress. So we'll have the InFurrow and we'll have the 2x2 in place, and then on top of that we'll have with and without additional micronutrients Sidedress wise. You can hear them popping in there. We got nodules clear out here, way far out away from the plant. Again, we got nodules out here 6-8 inches away from the plant. Here's our first bunch of plants that we pulled out here, where we've got our Sidedress product. You can see we've really got some, again, we've had nice roots as we've kind of worked across here today, but this is really some impressive stuff. And the amount of roots that we're breaking off and leaving in the soils, even more so here than we're seeing other places. Really impressed with the amount of nodules we're finding, 6-8 inches away from the plant. There's a lot of nodules on these. So we're having a lot better production with this plant, with these plants, where we've got this Sidedress at as far as providing nutrients down into these roots. We'll have to do our comparisons on the back of the truck